Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am sitting down and we are talking through how to teach English in Spain, and I'm super excited to say that I am partnering with RVF International. They reached out to me to help bring you guys the path to move to Spain. Now, if you guys have been following me for a while, you would know I have really just been bopping back and forth between the US and Spain. When I graduated, I moved to Spain to become a language assistant. And after that experience, I moved back to the States because I studied elementary education. I wanted my own classroom. I did that for a year. And then I really missed Spain so much that I moved back to Spain, and instead of being a language assistant, I got a full-time job. That whole situation ended. I wanted to stay in Spain longer, but ended up coming back to the United States where I am now. Who knows what my future holds? I am really here to take you guys through how to move to Spain with RVF International. I have had friends go through the RVF International program. So I want to be fully transparent. I did not go with RVF International. I went with like a super small program, but I want to walk you guys through how this whole process works. The RVF International program, their deadline is February 25th. I am getting this video up as soon as possible so that you guys can apply and get going with the whole application. And this is for their program that runs from October of this year, 2025, until May of next year, 2026. The RVF program, what makes it so wonderful, and I have had friends who have gone through this program and they loved it so much, and I really wish that I had done this program because they take you through the process and you have somebody helping you with the visa process, which is so hard to do on your own. Speaking from my personal experience, it is so stressful to do on your own when you do not know all of the rules, all the laws, the Spanish bureaucracy, and you don't really know the timeline. Like, I've been there, I've done that 2 times now, like on my own, and it is so stressful. So the RVF program helps you with the visa process, takes you through it step by step, and provides that one-on-one support that is honestly so crucial, because as someone who lacked it, I was so lost, and so having someone there with you is super helpful. So let's backtrack a little bit and talk about the requirements for teaching in Spain, because I get a lot of questions about like, oh, do I need an education degree? Do I need teaching experience? You do not. Now, I have my laptop here, if you see me looking over here, because I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys all of the correct information. I do have a link that I'm going to leave in the description for you to follow to get to the RVF application. Make sure that you click that link, follow it, and apply as soon as possible so that you can secure your spot and move to beautiful Spain and have your experience, live your dream of living abroad. So let's just start with the requirements. Basic requirements to move to Spain: you must have a passport, obviously, from either the US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. You must have a bachelor's degree, or you're still enrolled in college, you're graduating in May. And like I said, it does not have to be an education degree. You do not need teaching experience, so don't let that stop you from applying. The schools really want native speakers who can just work with the students, practice their English with them, and so you're never going to be in charge of the classroom on your own, which is why you don't need the teaching experience. You're an assistant, you're there to help. You are not doing anything on your own, which is really nice. It gives you the extra time, the extra flexibility to travel, to really explore Spain and immerse yourself in the culture, since you have a pretty relaxed schedule, I would say, speaking as someone who is also I'm a full-time teacher right now, and I remember the days being an auxiliar de conversación, a language assistant, and I just dream about those days. The next requirement is obviously you need to decide that you want to take this jump and you want to live in a new country, you want to explore, you take initiative. Even if you're nervous about doing it, like, I will link one of my videos of when I was first in Spain. I remember being so scared and so nervous, but it's like I always say, you just have to do it scared. So once you make that decision, like, just go into it with an open mind. I think that's one of the most important things when you decide that you want to go teach and live in Spain. I wanted to talk about the placements that RVF offers. Madrid, which is where I taught. I love Madrid. I know that I am a little bit biased because I lived there for 2 years. Like when I've been going back and forth, it's been to Madrid. Yeah, so it's Madrid, Murcia, Valencia, Andalusia, the Canary Islands, Castilla-La Mancha. So those are the main cities and communities where you can teach. Now, obviously I lived in Madrid. I traveled to Valencia. Valencia is beautiful. Andalusia, I've been to Granada. I have a video on my trip to Granada, and I have a video on my trip to Valencia, which I will also link up here so that you guys can kind of see like what are these cities like. And then the Canary Islands, I've also been to the Canary Islands. I went to Tenerife for Carnaval, which is like a huge celebration. I will put like a little video here because I didn't do a separate vlog. I made some TikToks about it, I'm sure. If you guys don't follow me on TikTok, follow me on TikTok because I'm also answering a bunch of comments about RVF's program and just like teaching abroad in Spain in general. I'm answering a lot of those questions on TikTok as well, so make sure that you follow me there. That just gives you kind of a quick overview of like, if you have no idea what teaching abroad is, that gives you kind of an idea of what it's like. Okay, so now I want to talk about the specifics of you've applied, what is this going to look like in your day-to-day life? So your school assignment, like I said, with the RVF program is fully taken care of. Like you put in your preferences, which are not guaranteed, but you can put in preferences for the grades that you want to be with and the region that you want to be with. So that's like what I just talked about with like Madrid, Valencia. Those are your preferences, but it's not always going to happen. It's not guaranteed. You will be working a 4-day week in most of the regions. You usually either have Monday or Friday off, which is wonderful for being able to travel. That was a huge reason why I wanted to move to Spain, was because from the US, it is so expensive to get over there and travel, but once you're in Spain, it is so affordable to get to all of the other surrounding countries. And I did a bunch of trips. Like I went to London, I went to Rome, I did a city in Greece called Corfu, I went to Portugal, and I have vlogs that I will also link showing you guys all of that, so that you can just like kind of see what it was like to just go for a weekend to these fun countries. You're also usually working between 12 and 14 hours in the smaller regions and 16 to 20 hours in those larger regions like Madrid or Valencia. A smaller region would be like La Rioja. The amount that you get paid for those hours, your stipend is going to be between 700 euros and 1,000 euros depending on where you get placed. The lower end will be for those smaller regions. The higher end will be for the bigger cities, larger regions. I know that sounds super shocking. You're like, how am I going to live on 1,000 euros a month? But everything is so relative. Groceries are so inexpensive when you're in Spain. You do not need a car. Like there's no car payment. Rent is pretty cheap, especially when you have roommates. I will also link another vlog showing you guys when I went grocery shopping and I spent like 12 euros on so much stuff. So I know that it sounds like the sticker shock, it sounds like that is not enough money, but I did it and it was fine. I do recommend going with some savings so that you can dip into it when you want to do maybe some more extravagant traveling, but it is enough for your day-to-day life. RVF also gives you free private health insurance that's guaranteed by the regional government where you'll be teaching, which is a huge perk because when I moved to Spain, I had to purchase my own insurance, and so it's really nice that they offer the free private health insurance. And in Spain, public health care is free, but there are some downsides to it, like long wait times, and it's hard to get to see a doctor. So having that private health insurance is super, super nice. In my opinion, what really makes RVF stand out is the personalized support that you get. Now, there is a program fee. The program fee is $1,799, and I'm going to explain everything that comes with it and why I think it's worth it, especially as someone who did not have this personalized support when I went for the first time, and it was such a stressful experience. Okay, so your $17.99 USD is paid in 2 installments. The first one is the commitment deposit once you sign up. So when you sign up, you're committing to like, yes, I'm going to be doing this. Then the remaining balance is due within 5 days of receiving your placement region in Spain, and that's usually, you'll get that between April and August. Now, all of the things that are included, your school assignment that we talked about before, personalized one-on-one visa support, which is one of the biggest stressors that I had when I was moving to Spain, personalized one-on-one Spanish residency support. So besides having to get your visa, once you get there, you need a TI card, you need to go see the local authorities, studies, for fingerprint. Like there's a bunch of stuff that you need to do when you get there, and it is really, really hard to do on your own. And so you get personalized one-on-one Spanish residency support, you get personalized one-on-one support for all required bureaucratic procedures after arriving to Spain. So that's all those things that we talked about. There's just a lot that has to be done once you get there to be legally there as a language assistant. There's a program orientation, there's email support, someone who's going to be responding to your emails, there's community access where you're able to instantly connect with your program peers, which makes the process of moving to a whole new country a little less daunting because you know, okay, there's going to be people there that I'm going to be able to meet. And you'll get official translations, which I speak Spanish, and even as someone who speaks Spanish, the official government words and trying to get all of that done was really hard for me, even though I had a really good base of Spanish going over there. And so having someone to help you translate all of those things is super beneficial. You also get Zoom support, which is, it's with your program specialist at any time. And you also get bank and phone setup. Another incredible benefit, because I had to do that all on my own, and I have plenty of stories of me trying to go to the bank to figure things out and just not succeeding, having to go back, and it's just a whole ordeal. You also get housing help. You get personalized housing assistance and recommendations, which is another thing. When I arrived in Spain, I did not have my housing figured out because I did not have any help. I did not go through a program that helped me with that, and I cannot recommend enough doing that because it's really going to help the process go by smoothly, and you're going to just have an overall better experience when you have somebody who is helping you that knows exactly what they're doing. You get access to webinars from RVF that just talk about like the program and the experiences. I really cannot imagine my life if I did not take that leap of faith and go to teach English. It really just opened up my mind to a whole nother part of the world and a whole nother culture, and I recommend it to everybody. I actually had one of my friends in college, she also decided to go teach in Spain, and we were there at the same time, and we got to travel together, and it was just such an incredible experience. So she did not have an education degree. She actually had a psychology degree, and she was just taking a year, like a gap year, to go and teach, explore Spain. A lot of character development when you decide to go do something like that for yourself, put yourself out of your comfort zone. I am just personally so passionate about how much I love Spain and the culture and the food and the people. What I really loved is I felt like all of us Americans that were there, we somehow found each other, and I have such a good group of friends that I still stay in contact with now, and even some that are back in the States that I still see. My roommate now, I met her when I moved to Spain. We met in Spain, and she was teaching English there, and we both decided to come back and teach in Florida. And so I have just had like friendships flourish from being in Madrid, and I swear I could talk about this for so long. I actually just met up with a girl for coffee who my mom knows, and she was asking me about advice about applying, about all of those things. Like I said, I feel like this has been a super chatty video, but also very necessary. I really am getting this video up as soon as possible so that you guys can apply, and if you guys need help, if there's something that you have questions about, please leave them in the comments below. This is the first video of this series that's really just like an introduction to the RVF program, like what is this? Stay tuned for the next 2 videos in the series. I want to take you guys through what a day in the life was like, and I'm actually going to use one of my old videos to show you what a day in my life was like as a language assistant. That's going to be part 2 of this video series, so stay tuned. If you guys did like, please give it a thumbs up. Like I said, RVF International, the deadline is February 25th. The link is in the description. Make sure to click it, follow it, get all signed up. I hope that this video provided you with the information that you guys need in order to feel comfortable with going over. Leave those comments. I will be responding to them. Thank you guys so much for watching, following me along my teaching journey. I hope that you guys have enjoyed. Like I said, please stay tuned for the second video of this series that will be coming out soon. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.